Oh boy, is it the time? Is it the time? Is it the time? It's been very long since I've actually done my last YouTube video, which was a super drawing video I did. But it's time for me to really get into something a little bit different today. So the start of 2019, it was shite, alright? I did not like it at all. But there's something I'd love to try and talk about, which is something a little bit different, which is my favourite preferences of games. To those people who know me at this point, I like playing video games a lot. And the only games I like are the games that feature a very good story, or at least something unique, something different to the mix. The only reason why I'm doing this now is because I got no fucking idea on what YouTube video to do. So screw it, let's get it out of the way. So, let's do this. Alright, so what we're going to do is make this into 3 categories. The worst, the blandest, and the best. So I did got this idea off of Zero Punctuation. The reason why was actually because it's like the best way of doing it, because you got 3 categories instead of 2, and that means that a lot of people will just go crazy if I just say, oh, worst game, this, or best game, that, then nothing in the middle. Because I got an idea for the middle one, and I know I'm going to get a lot of hate for this, so screw it, let's just get it out of the way. So, back in the start of 2019, I played something called Rainbow Six Siege, and immediately I loved this game. I played it pretty much an entire year, and I've already got the majority of operators. And I will say this, compared to what's coming up on this, the worst pile, I will be honest, this game destroys it. Now, I played Rainbow Six Siege for quite a while, obviously, like I said. And to be honest, I love this game already from the operators. From, like, the main operators like Ash, Jaeger and Twitch, to the new operators like Kali and the African operator, I can't remember his name is. I can't pronounce his name. Anyways, the idea of that is just because it is special forces, nothing to do with Marines and that type of stuff, that Navy SEALs and stuff. Unfortunately, they have Blackbeard in this game, so I would not... I may have just punched myself in the nads there, because there's unfortunately Navy SEALs. But, my point is, ever since I played this game, I want something which is similar to this. And Activision somehow answered that, but then they destroyed it immediately, and that is Modern Warfare. Now, to me, I'm not into shooters. Rainbow Six Siege got me back into it. Got me really into shooters. I actually learned most of the guns. I actually have a favorite gun in the game. I actually won in real life, so it's kind of like, wow, huzzah. A game that can actually be fucking good for once. But this game ruins the idea of shooters. I have never been a shooter person because of Call of Duty. And Activision has practically kicked me in the face because of what I like. And to be honest, the only reason why I play this game anyways is because of the gun customization. That's it. There's more options in Rainbow Six Siege because of the operators, whilst this game is more blander than a like a porridge or something, I don't know. Anyways, no, that's like the worst game I've ever played of 2019. I'll explain it a little bit more after this. So, if you remember me from the past a few years, I played Forza Horizon 3. I said that that was one of the best games I've ever played, and I said to myself, there's got to be a game which is much more better than this. Yes, there is. It's called Need for Speed fucking Heat. Forza Horizon 4 has pretty much ruined it. Pretty much, like, bland. It's really, really boring. In my defense, however, I will say this. Forza Horizon 3 was not as good because of how much cars they were including each time, if you know what I mean. Forza Horizon 4 has technically ruined the idea of deluxe content, or ultimate content, I should say. And also, like, the worst part was about it also is that it's basically, how can I explain this without really insulting those people who like Forza Horizon 4 so much, to the point where they may as well just call it their child for a living. Forza Horizon 4 for me has turned really, really bland. Forza in general has turned really, really bland for me. And I can really, again, I know there's people out there who love Forza so much, But there are games out there which can do so much more better than Forza, in my opinion. Need for Speed Heat, I would recommend those people getting if they love racing games and love customizing their cars to their full content, if you know what I mean. Forza Horizon 4 does not really have that full content sort of thing, if you know what I mean. Forza for me has slightly dropped again in quality, and I don't like that at all when it comes to this game. But anyways, moving on from the blandest, that was the blandest by the way, blandest to the best, to probably the best game I've ever played if you want really good story, really good gameplay, and a fuck ton of action. Nope, I am not talking about GTA 5, that game can get lost. Well, screw off basically. I am talking about Ace Combat 7. Now, everyone has known me for a while, and they never expected me to play Ace Combat 7 when I got it. I love this game to bits, from the storyline of your main protagonist going up the ranks very slowly, to the antagonist where he's actually a test pilot for, I'm not going to spoil the story, but just a test pilot who wants to fly the skies, continuously fly the skies, if you know what I mean, from his old age. What I will say about this game, however, and I am going to go a con, but mostly everything else is great about this game. The biggest con I have about this game is that they have only done a year's worth of content. That's it. The season pass is only for about a year, and then they stopped at I believe it was like December the 3rd, 2019. This came out in the start of 2019. This is the main reason why I've always been after this game. And I'll be honest, for what it's worth, it's great. It's such a great game. I really do recommend those people who want actually somewhat of a great action flick with a very good story to brilliant soundtrack as well as, because the soundtrack in this game, I'll be honest, is much more better compared to this. And this. I don't know about this, because that doesn't have a soundtrack. It's sounds and shooting and all this shit. That's basically what it is. That's basically what that one is. I don't care. Anyways, doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. Anyways, to be honest, I recommend people get this game, regardless if you're not into aerial dogfighting, because in all honesty, the content in this game is fantastic. The storyline's brilliant. It is a challenge at first because it's a Japanese game. It's from Bandai. And yeah. Also, another thing to point out, Ace Combat 7 features their own make-believe craft, if you know what I mean. So, imagine basically one of the jets, imagine one of them having a drone detaching from its body. That's fucking cool. That's cool. And that's actually relatable in real life as well, because apparently we're going to get something like that. Yeah, that's basically it. So, I'm going to go through a bit more of a detailed reason why I put them in this order. Ace Combat, I've already put enough detail onto it, but this game, I may as well just explain my proper reasons why I hate Call of Duty in general, and this game, which again ruined my idea of shooting games. The reason why I hate this game, to the point where I may as well throw this in the bin, was mostly because of the content was so bland that you may as well just get a knife and then just cut someone and you have more fun than playing Call of Duty. You may as well just go to Iran and start a fucking world hissy fit over there. That's how bland Call of Duty is, and you can still have fun over that instead of all this shit. And I'm not going to try and offend people who love Call of Duty. To me, Call of Duty has disintegrated over the years. My reason why I hate shooters, especially Call of Duty, is that they just have no unique ideas. Like I said, the only reason why I love just play this thing nowadays, and I've actually uninstalled it, I must add, because I just had enough of it. The only reason why I play it was, again, mostly because of the gun customization. So you can make an SMG into an assault rifle, which I don't understand why would you do that anyways, because the assault rifle, you may as well just copy, paste to the assault rifle section, and you can make that into the SMG. It's pathetic, in my opinion. It's not really worth it. Call of Duty to me has always died, in my opinion. They've overhyped. Everyone gets overhyped over Call of Duty, and I know that's a very bad thing to say about Call of Duty, but in all honesty, it's just a fact. It's true. And I know people out there who hate opinions, especially two people. It's stupid. It's not even worth it. It's the same thing with GTA. It's got so boring and bland, and every flipping week, you know you're gonna get something overpriced, but you still play it anyways. Same thing with Forza Horizon 4, unfortunately. Now, cars, in my opinion, they're great. I'm actually doing driving lessons now. The only reason why I hate this game, however, was because that like I said, I got the Ultimate Edition, obviously, as you can see. I got the Ultimate version. And you'd expect to have some exclusive content, which you don't get, which is kind of stupid. Everyone gets the same content, and it's the same boring, very same boring procedure, if you know what I mean. There's nothing really special about Forza anymore, per se. The only reason why people love this one so much is because every week they change the season. And I don't get this. I just don't understand why they would do that in the first place, because it just... You're gonna have, one of my friends came up to me and said, well, why don't you, they didn't really need to do, an entire century, festival, which I agreed with, because it's stupid. You can't, a festival is supposed to be about a month or a week long, duration event thing. It's not supposed to be about a fucking century long. It's stupid. And plus, the cars they're adding in this game are turning really bland and sour, to the point where you may as well go in again Need for Speed Heat and try to make a pickup truck into a lowrider. Which is what I've done. Anyways, moving on. The funniest thing is, a lot of people don't like my opinion over games nowadays because they are saying that I'm a bit too expected. I'm way too predictable. I'm not when it comes to trying to explain why I don't like this anymore. Forza to me has died. It's the same thing with GTA. Call of Duty is turning way too overhyped. It's way too hyping nowadays. Two games I really do just like at the moment. There's technically three, but I haven't got it out, so I might as well just say two. These two games are the best I've played so far, and they are fun to play. I recommend playing these games than these two here. Because those two don't even have stories. It's not even that good. These two do. This one technically doesn't. But they have story when it comes to their operators, their original characters. Same thing with this. They have original aircraft that they've made themselves. The three of them are unfortunately DLC, however. But two of them are fantastic to fly, and the one that is in the game is brilliant to fly either way. It's something I've always wanted, basically. Anyways, thank you very much for watching this video, you guys. Comment down below if you somewhat agree. I don't really mind if people disagree, but just don't have a hissy fit over what I say is the best game I've played so far. It's only my opinion. Next video, we're going to talk about something a little bit serious, and something that needs to be talked about for a while.